Hi, I'm Will Boardman. I am the Air Quality and Climate Officer for Wigan Council, sitting under the Climate Response team. I'm here today at DMR to deliver the Climate Awareness Training session. The course was developed to train not just Wigan Council staff, but train everybody who lives and works within the Wigan Borough. And it's developed to bring awareness to the current climate crisis issue. So it's going to give people that baseline knowledge of what climate change is, how humans are impacting it, and how we can work and live more sustainably. The session usually lasts for around 3 hours. And in this session, we will cover 4 units. Unit 1, which is what is climate change, so we're looking at the science behind climate change, how all of that is happening. Unit 2, which is how human activity is impacting our climate, so looking at how our day-to-day lives, as well as other stuff, impact our carbon emissions. Unit 3, which is all about climate action in Wigan Borough, how the council and other entities are trying to reduce their carbon emissions, as well as Unit 4, which is what our role is in a sustainable future. So we look into more personal actions and what we can do in our home lives, as well as other things to reduce our own personal carbon footprint. This training course is different from most training courses in that we offer more of a back to school feel, where there is a lot more question and answering going on. There's a lot of interactivity in terms of activities, getting up and moving around the room and answering questions, because we really want to make sure that people go away having learnt something and they've been thoroughly enjoying their time throughout the course. So it's important to us on the climate response team that this session is truly engaging, and it's getting people to engage with the climate crisis and start making actions that matter as well.
We'd like to thank Will from Wigan Council for coming into DMR today and delivering the climate awareness training for us. We thought it was really helpful and insightful, and it was really interactive, which is always a bonus. Something that I found was really eye-opening was that most car journeys are under 5 miles, which is ridiculous really, isn't it? And we should definitely do more walking and cycling if we're going anywhere that's under 5 miles. After doing the training, I think that I'm going to try and incorporate a meat-free Monday to my weeks, and I am going to try and walk to work, because I'm not far from work, so really I should be walking, especially since it's, like I say, under 5 miles, so I really do need to start walking. Being part of the client relationship team, obviously we do speak to learners, companies and go to events, so I do think that we can try and incorporate it into advice when we're speaking to learners, and talk about how they can try and help in the movement of climate change as well.
Will is clearly really passionate about environmental issues and climate change, and you could see from his teaching style, he kept us all engaged, he asked us questions, encouraged debate, showed us a bunch of videos and gave us activities to do, and I think everyone took a lot away from the training session. On a personal level, I feel more optimistic and focused now after Will's training. I'm often guilty of falling into the trap of thinking we're all doomed and the planet is heading for a disaster. And I sometimes catch myself thinking, what's the point about doing anything? We're not changing things fast enough, so why bother? And one message that I think really resonated with me was his key message, which was you don't need to make grand sweeping changes to your life in one go. Just start small, start with small changes, and collectively those small changes will add up to something much bigger, a movement that can gain momentum. I think it's easy to look at climate change as a problem for future generations, like a great big disaster that's going to happen hundreds of years from now. But as Will reminded us, that's not the case. We're already seeing the effects of climate change right now on our doorstep. That includes things like extreme weather, flooding, for example. I think a lot of people have been a victim of flooding, and also the loss of biodiversity in our countrysides. Over the course of our lives, we're seeing that every time we go out of our houses for a walk in the woods.
If you would like to find out more about our climate awareness training, or you yourself would like to become more climate aware, please get in touch with myself at william.boardman@wigan.gov.uk.